Hate her or freaking be obsessed with her. This woman is a walking powerhouse, and I am so here for it. Now, most of you know who Bethenny Frankel is already. You might know her from Real Housewives of New York, or if you are a tequila lover, you know her for her skinny girl margaritas. And me, like, I've always known who Bethenny Frankel was. I mean, you kind of can't miss her. She's everywhere. She's magnetic. She's having a good time. She's confident. She is unapologetically her. And whether you like the lady or not, we can all agree, let's agree in the comments, that she stops the scroll and she grabs attention every single time. Bethenny Frankel is that girl. So let's give credit where credit is due. But it wasn't until the recent Emma Grede and Bethenny Frankel interview, that's when I really started listening to the words that were coming out of her mouth. And I went down the Bethenny Frankel rabbit hole. And let's just say that the more I listened to this woman, the more I realized that it had nothing to do, like her story had nothing to do with reality TV, but everything to do with personal branding. And that interview with her and Emma Grede, that was a personal branding masterclass. Now, here are a few things that I personally learned about Bethenny Frankel before we get into what doctors, injectors, and practice owners can actually learn from her. She sold Skinny Girl Margarita for an estimated $100 million, but she kept the rights to use the Skinny Girl name for future products. Now, most people focus on the sale, but smart business-minded people, they focus on brand ownership. She was rejected repeatedly before becoming successful and worked multiple jobs before getting her big break. Brands pay her millions to partner with them while allowing her to work with competing brands. The whole thing about I sleep with everybody, that means she's exclusive to nobody. Smart lady. That level of trust, y'all, is so rare. And before anybody clicks off of this video, or I don't know if you clicked on this video because you think it's about to be some celebrity gossip, I think's not. So stay with me because I need y'all to pick up what I'm about to put down. Because the lessons that built Bethenny's empire are the exact same lessons that help doctors today become known, trusted, and remembered in their local communities. Building a personal brand is no longer a negotiable. This is how you create raving fans, obsessed fans, patients who are there because they trust your value, your communication style, your expertise, your technique, not just because you discounted your price. And that's what we're talking about today: strong positioning and personal branding, not reality TV. Let's get into it. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure you do this because the inspiration for today's YouTube video came exactly from this Instagram post. So let's get into it. You are more than your treatment. Now, if you come to my channel and you've watched my videos before, you're used to my teaching style. I always tell you guys to talk less about your treatment. Bethenny built a brand around herself, not her product, not a treatment in your case. Products change, treatments change, technology changes, but people remember people. And the strongest personal brands, they outlast the trends, they outlast the technology because now people are connected to you. Talk less about your treatments and build a personal brand around the things that you know, you like, you love, you hate, and you trust. Those are the practices and the providers that will win next season. Your personal brand is a business asset. Every interview she does, every podcast she does, every appearance she makes, every social post, Bethenny treats visibility like an asset. Many providers still treat visibility like an afterthought. She understands in order for more opportunities to come her way, she has to be visible. She has to be seen. People can't pay you. Patients cannot book with you if they have no idea who you are. Have a point of view. You know those little fun videos that we always see on social media? They have like a POV, and then it's something so simple. And those little simple videos, like, they go off because they're so relatable. And most of the time, the reason why they go go off is because they're short, spicy, hot takes. And people love spicy opinions. Bethenny is not known because she agrees with everybody. Like if you watch that Emma Grede interview, you can clearly tell that lady's confidence is on level 10. And that is what the brands pay into. That's what your patients pay into. They pay into a certain level of confidence that they probably can't get with another provider. Bethenny is known because she has opinions. She's not just a fly on the wall that's just flying and agreeing with everything. She has opinions and she is not afraid to share them. The providers people remember, they actually have a perspective. And sometimes that perspective may not be in favor of everybody, and that's fine, okay? Ruffle a little feathers, but as long as you share your perspective, this is how you will be remembered. Not because of your skill, not because you have the newest and greatest technology, not because of your credential. So this is my favorite thing about Bethenny, and this is how you know that she means business, okay? Bethenny is standing on big business. Everything feeds into each other. Her social media feeds into her podcast. Her podcast feeds into her business, and her business is feeding her unlimited opportunity. Nothing exists in isolation. Again, patients cannot pay you if they don't see you. The same should be true for your content, the relationships that you are creating, events, and your reputation online and all. Bethenny teaches us that people buy confidence. She doesn't spend time trying to convince people that she is qualified. People already assume it because how she shows up on camera, how she talks about herself. She knows that she is a walking asset. The strongest brands, they always create that level of likability before the conversation even starts, before the consultation even starts, before the client even calls you. That is what personal branding does. That is what the platforms like social media, they do. They allow you to build that level of likability, that level of trust, which decreases the awkwardness of the consultation, which decreases the chances of patients coming to you price shopping because they trust you. That is the power of personal branding. And then the most important thing that Bethenny taught us in that Emma Grede interview was that trust and attention are your two most valuable assets. Trust and attention, not your credentials, not however long you went to medical school, not how much money you invested in technology and your training of your staff. It is the attention that you keep and you get, and the trust that you obtain. And that trust is obtained through time over consistency, over being authentic. Bethenny said it herself. She said people do not have to like her. They trust her. So therefore, she has their attention. And most practices, they spend thousands of dollars trying to buy attention because they don't know how to build it authentically. They don't know how to connect with people and start conversations that lead to conversions. They don't know how to remove the transactional component out of everything. And that's why they lose. And the providers and the practices that are winning and that will continue to win, they know the importance of gaining trust, building connections, and letting those connections and those conversations lead to conversions. So, if you guys didn't learn anything in this video, I need you to know that the market does not always reward the most talented providers. It rewards the providers that people know, people trust, and people can remember. The practices that are winning, they're not posting more content. They're building more trust. And these are the types of conversations that we have inside of HVP. We talk about positioning, patient psychology, personal branding, and the small signals in your marketing that influence who books, who refers, and most importantly, who remembers you. So if you want to join the private room, the private community where we talk about this and more, All you got to do is comment HVP and I'll send you all of the details you need. So, what if I told you that patients are not booking with you because you're not memorable? Or what if I told you that it's not your pricing, but it's your positioning? What if I told you that there are hidden signals in your marketing that could be the very reason why you're attracting price shoppers? Well, if all of this sounds like conversations that you want to have, then HVP is where you want to be. High Value Providers is my newest membership community where we talk all things patient attraction, buyer psychology, and how you could be attracting price shoppers and you don't even know it. Anyways, to get inside the room, all you got to do is use the link in the description box below, and I'll see you inside.